Going on, everybody? Sean Thatcher, Fab That Inc. Out in the shop today. Going to do a have me a good cigar. It is a Espinosa. If you can't get it in there, let's see. Espinosa Linked, Linked. Never had this before. I don't know where I got it. It's been in my humidor for quite a while. Figured I would break it out and do it. And also on the way out here, I forgot to bring my my punch. So I'm gonna show you another little hillbilly way of doing punching the cigar if you don't have a punch or a cutter or something like that. So all you're trying to do with the cutters, you're just cutting this very little a tobacco leaf tip off the end of this thing. You're not trying to cut a big hunk off this thing. So with a punch, you're just going into the very end up here. So if you got a pocket knife with a sharp tip on it, it doesn't have to be sharp, just a pointed tip. This is an old case pocket knife that I pack every day. So all you got to do, I just make a little poke, and a little poke, and a little poke, and you just pop that little piece out of there, just like that. Make a little triangle in there. They usually come apart a little better than that, but that's all you're trying to do. To, something if you ain't got nothing else. Perfect. So, all right. Light her up. Butane Zippo. Give it just a little toast. And I know this is supposed to be a fabricating channel and all this kind of shit, but I like smoking cigars, and we're going to smoke a cigar today. I'm going to put some seat covers in my daily driver pickup. It's a 2015. See that? It's not lit all the way yet. Watch. This is what you're looking for. See how it's still not all red? You're looking for it to be all red. You're not trying to burn it down, you're just getting the very end of it. There you go. Now, that's called a virgin draw. It's never had heat pulled through this thing. That's how I like my cigars. And I don't always light them like that. Depends on if you're in a place where, if you're outside and the wind's blowing, it's impossible to do that, just about. But we're not in that wind, so we're in the shop. Still one little spot there. Watch this. There's one little spot there that's not. See that little black spot right there? There it goes. It finally lit. So that's what I'm gonna go through the first third of it, and then the second third, and then the final third of it. And I'll tell you how I like it. Like I say before, I'm not a person that can taste like all these crazy tastes. I either like it or I don't. I can taste if it's harsh or not. I can kind of taste peppery things. I can taste, but I don't get these. I can taste the hay barnyardy type stuff, but I don't taste the. There's just some of these things I hear people talk about when they're checking out cigars, talking about cigars that. I've never tasted chocolate. I've never tasted leather. Those things aren't in my palate. I don't know. I don't know what it is. But I've got friends that can taste all these crazy things, and I mean, they're smoking the same cigar. But there again, your palate, just like with food, your palate is, it's unique to you. And, you're going to taste things that other people don't taste, and you're not going to taste things that some people do taste. So, but I'm going to go put some seat covers on my work truck, daily driver truck. It's a 2015 3500 Dodge Crew Cab. I bought some WeatherTech floor liners off of a good friend of mine a few months ago, and I really like them. It's those ones that are press fit or form to fit in your floorboards. And so I bought some WeatherTech seat covers to go on it as well. Maybe they're not WeatherTech. I can't remember what I bought. It's some of them brand. I don't remember. I'll show you here. Might make a little video about putting them in there. But this is about the cigar. But like I say, it's Espinosa linked. And on the back of it, it has something in Spanish, which I don't. Camera don't pick this up very good. El Michos. No. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm not going to attempt to fuck it up. But it's I've never had an Espinosa cigar in my life. Like I said there again, I don't know where I bought this at. It might have been a gift from somebody, because sometimes people, give me cigars when we are out shooting the shit, because they know I like cigars. This is what cigar people do. There's somebody out here brapping it up on a dirt bike out here. So get after it, young man. But yeah, we're gonna do this, and I'll check back with you on this in a little bit, and we might make a little video on putting these seat covers in. I've never put these in one of these trucks before, but we'll try it out. All right, be back with you in a minute. Well, hell, on second thought, after further review of the seats that I got, seat covers that I got, Rough Country brand seats, seat covers. I thought I got the other ones, but here we are. It requires pulling the whole seat out of the vehicle, and the back seat same way, pulls the whole seats out. I thought they were just like slip over covers, but these you have to remove the factory covers to put those on, which is perfectly fine. But I have to use this truck tomorrow, and it is, as you can see, it is getting late in the evening, and I will probably not be able to get that done tonight. So we're going to find something else to do. Still digging this Espinosa. I'm not through the first third of it yet. Pretty good cigar. Burns good. Like I say, it burns. I had to relight it because I was gomming around, but it burns good and even, which is always something good for a cigar to do. It's not all lopsided and everything like that. I don't get a bunch of pepper. It's just something I usually pick up pretty hard. I'm not there again. I'm no cigar expert by any means. I just know if I like it or I don't. And somebody can probably tell me what type of tobacco or where the tobacco comes from that has that peppery, that peppery taste. I'm not getting any barnyardy kind of stuff at all. And I like it so far, and I'll keep you updated on it. I'll find something else to do in here. There's 1,000 things to do. We've had a little setback as far as our shop goes. I'll make a video about it. It'll better be a little bit before I can put it out, but we've had some damage to our building from a storm that we just had roll through here on us. We got some heavy, severe thunderstorms, rains, floods, like state declared a state emergency, floods here in our area. And then on the next, it quit raining for 5 minutes, and then it came a foot and a half of snow, here where I live. I got probably 8 to 10, 12 inches of snow, and then right on top of that come about 2 inches of ice. So we've had some damage to our building, and we're working on getting a quote to get that fixed. So I've had a little setback here in the shop. Perfectly fine. It is what it is. That's just life. That's just life. It's how it goes. And seems like whenever you try to start doing something, and bird just flew in here. Well, the weirdest shit happens in here. So yeah, we're gonna find something else to do. The wife's want me to put this starter in this car. I mean, it's only been since 2018 or 19 since I've had a starter sitting in the back seat of that thing to put in it, and she just keeps harping about it. So I don't know why they got to keep telling you to do something. I'm gonna get to it. You know, I'll get to it when I get to it. It's only been 8 years, you know, give or take. But I don't think I can get into that tonight either. That's a job too. If anybody's put a starter in a Volkswagen, they're not that bad, but they're bad enough. I've had to refresh my memory on a few things on it. So I watched a couple videos a couple days ago, so I'm going to get to it. I'm just not going to do it tonight. I'm going to do some other things in here. So I'll keep smoking this cigar. Try to keep this video fairly short. All right, let's find something to do. All right, so I'm about down to starting the second third of this cigar. Now, I do tend to chew on mine a little bit for some damn reason. I don't know why, but the second third's kind of starting to get like it's a little bit stronger flavor. I wish I had a better palate and I could explain more what it's like. I won't say it's not harsh, but it's getting to it's like just about as strong as cigars. Like that's about where the limit of where I like to smoke it at. You know, I don't like a real light cigar, but I don't like a real, you know, real strong cigar. Although I do tend to lean toward the Maduro when I buy them. This one here, for whatever reason, is pretty stout cigar. I mean, it is. It's a pretty stout cigar, and you know, kind of gives you a little head buzz a little bit. If that's what you're going for, I guess. But that's not really what I go for when I'm smoking cigars. But it's good. I like it. I like it so far. Let's say now I'll get about to where I get to that, where my thumb is right there. When I get about to that point, be that final third of it, and we'll go from there. It's a good cigar. Like it. I would buy it again as of right now. There again, I don't know where I got this at. I want to think. I hate to even guess. I know I bought some real different cigars at this place. I went cigar shop in Shelbyville, Kentucky. It's across from the outlet mall down there. I bought a bunch of cigars that I'd never had before down there, and this might be one of them. I don't know. I really don't know. I put the truck back together and got it out of the shop. I said, back up, punt that deal. I think I'm gonna mess around with these plasma cutters a little bit. I got some stuff in here that's kind of been in my way for a little bit that I was gonna cut up and get rid of in the scrap. What I can save of it, I'll keep. I'm a metal hoarder. There's a lot of shit that, like this stuff and all this stuff. Like that's, you know, just a bunch of junk, you know. But I always keep it and pile it up. Like I say, I'm a scrap metal hoarder. If it's stuff that I think I can use, I've got the office bunch of shit ever was. And that's another reason that this garage was in the shape that it was in. Because I have a tendency to hoard metal and tools and equipment and things like that. This is something I've been wanting to cut up because it is in my way and it is aggravating the shit out of me. And it's something that I built a long time ago. And again, I'm sorry for this stuff. I noticed on one of the other videos that I did that, and I don't mean to do that, so I'm trying to quit. But this old thing, this used to be a semi-truck garage. This garage that I bought it off a guy used to have a semi-truck garage. This is a semi-truck jack to take transmissions out of big semi-trucks. And it was sitting in here. He left it, and I put an airbag in it. And I was going to make like a motorcycle lift out of it. And it just, the damn thing, it ain't, just the way those transmission jacks are, they move around a lot. They just didn't work out like I wanted it to. And it's been sitting in this garage for 10 years probably. Not finished. Sitting here, as you can see, I got shit stacked on them old rims. Don't need this for anything. There's no reason to have this thing. So I'm going to take this plasma cutter over here. and I getting the phone away from me. And I'm going to cut it up into little pieces and big pieces that I can maybe use for something else later on down the road, and use it for something else. And I had an old plasma cart that I built years and years and years and years ago, that I'm cutting up into, getting rid of it into scrap pieces. Just cutting as big a pieces as I can off of it, and that's a good length on them. So I'm gonna give these plasma cutters a run, and if they don't work, then I'm gonna run the torches on them and get these things cut up in little pieces and big pieces and pieces I can use for something else, and we'll go from there. All right, thank you. We'll be back in a minute. All right, guys. I'm putting this little Arc Captain Cut 55 Pro through its paces here a little bit. And like I say, I've got this table's grounded. As I was making that video, I was thinking maybe people don't understand how I'm cutting this without moving the ground, but I've got it grounded to this table. It seems to work pretty good. This is just an old cutting table. You can see all kinds of scrap and junk in there over the years I've been cutting on. Yeah, this little thing cuts good, man. Like I say, I was pretty disappointed when I first unboxed it, but it does all right. I mean, I don't know if I like this guard on here. I'm letting her eat a little bit to see if I like it, but as of right now, I don't really care for it. But I'm gonna let it do its thing. I think on another video, I'm not trying to make this about this plasma cutter again, but on that last video, I told you I was running off a little mobile compressor because my big compressor was down. I got it back going and stuff, and my regulators that were in here, my air dryers, my water separator, everything like that was froze because it was 5 degrees outside, and it's sat here for all these years and hadn't ever been used. And well, I took the air dryer apart, cleaned it, took the water separator apart, cleaned it. They seem to be functioning right now, so they're old, but that's what I'm using. The air dryer and water separator deal on top of the air dryer and water separator that comes directly out of, after about 8 feet from the compressor. I got another air dryer and water separator there. This is just gonna be running for the plasma cutter. And if y'all watch my other videos, y'all know I bought 2 of these things. I bought this Cutmaster, Arc Captain Cutmaster 55 Pro, and I didn't like it. I was going to send it back, and I bought that one from Harbor Freight. I'm still not decided which one I'm going to keep, but as of right now, this little dude sits right there behind this cutting table. Shit, I might just leave it there and use the one I got on that cart as the one I run around the shop with, and do shit like that with. I mean, that'd be pretty convenient. I know that ain't a setup that everybody can do, but that little thing's cheap enough. I might just keep it. But I'm gonna finish cutting this thing up. Like I say, what I was just cutting on, the diamond plate, that's probably 1/4 inch, give or take. I got a real good, 1/8 inch, not 1/4 inch, about 1/8 inch. And this tubing is probably quarter wall square tubing, give or take. I ain't measuring it, I don't know, but yeah. So I built this little cart years ago, and it's never has rolled good, and it was just, I've never liked it. So I'm just gonna cut it up and use it for scrap and use it for different stuff and repurpose it. So that's what I'm gonna do. Now I'm gonna roll that big ass son of a bitch over here. Or no, what I might do is run the other plasma cutter. I'm gonna get close to that final third of this thing. But I run that Harbor Freight one. I run that Harbor Freight deal over there. Cut that thing up where it's sitting at. It's aggravating as shit to move around. And I might use that bottom part of that thing with the wheels on it for something. I don't know. It'd be good to have I might take an old junky welding table that I've got, a small welding table. It might fit right on top of where them legs are. I have to measure it and see. But if not, I might modify this thing again, take all that jack stuff out of it, and use this thing instead of plasma cutter, the welding table on. So that way I got a mobile rolling around little cart here that I can roll this shit around on. I don't know, we'll see. But I'll get to this other plasma cutter and I'll keep going on this. Thank you. Tell you what, guys, I ain't down to the final third of this thing yet, but this thing just took a turn, man. Like, it mellowed out about halfway, man. Real good. Completely, like, it just changes. That's what I like about these cigars, man. Like, just because you don't like them right off the bat, or you don't like them at the end, there's a sweet spot in there. But that's the sweet spot I have found for this. It's about an inch and a half off that label. Probably the bottom half of the second third of the cigar. Super mellow. Just changed out. Man, I like that. Yeah, man, let's keep getting after it. I'm getting ready to use this plasma cutter to cut this thing up. Now, what you all ain't never seen is that section of the shop over there. The place I was telling you has had some damage, but over the past couple weeks. And what I was planning on doing with that in there, I've got a bathroom in there, and I was going to make like a little man cave type thing in there. If the garage ain't man cave enough, I was going to have all my little memorabilia and all my cool stuff out here, but now I can't do that. I was focusing on the shop, trying to get it dialed in first before I worry about that, but I'm going to have to spend a shitload of money over there. So it might put a little halt on some things I want to do in the shop. I don't know yet. Got some guys coming out and giving me some quotes on some things, and it's going to be a lick. So, but we'll get it figured out. All right, let's get this plasma cutter here fired up. Let's try to run it through its paces a little bit, because the only time I've ever run these things was when I did that little test on them on a previous video. Let's get the paracord run over to it. Let's try her out. All right, guys, so using these plasma cutters back to back, this one is a far superior plasma cutter, but it is double the price of that one over there. And it's a good machine over there, but as far as the way it cuts, like, this one's a far superior plasma cutter. So I got a few of these pieces cut up here. This thing is, so when I started building this piece of sheet metal on the top of this thing is fully welded on one side of this, and the other side is just tacked. And it's also plug welded in different spots. But so I'm going to end up losing that sheet, but I'm going to get as much cut off of it as I can and flip it over and try to cut sheet metal out of this. And this is mostly going to be a bunch of junk that I can't really use, but I'm going to use as much as I can of it, and we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I don't think y'all want to watch the rest of this, but when I get it done, I'll show you the pile of metal that's left. It's going to be usable metal, and I'll cut this thing up a little bit and get this thing out of my way. Still getting on this, so let me know if you all smoke cigars while you're working, or if it's just something that you do while you're chilling out and relaxing. I like to do it both ways. I chill out and relax and smoke a cigar, and it calms me down and chills me out. I also like to do it when I'm smoking. Do it when I'm working. when I can. Sometimes you can't do it, but like out doing this shit, it don't really matter. Smoke a cigar while I'm doing it. All right, guys. I got that piece of crap cut up. There's what's left of it. Now this stuff right here, it's probably scrap. I mean, it's got two or three layers of metal on it. Now this is some stuff I'm going to try to save. That's stuff that come off of it too, so I'm going to save that stuff. But here's the rest of that. So this is what I was thinking about doing to this thing. This is the very first welding table that I ever built. This was probably, I want to say it's 2001 or 2, something like that. And the first plasma cutter I ever got, I cut these little goofy things out. You know, if that tells you, you know, that first plasma cutter I ever had. Look at this goofy stuff, you know. But this is kind of what I was thinking about doing with this. But I know I got to lower it down. Like I'm 6 foot tall. Like it's too tall to work off of. But I was thinking about using this cart instead of scrapping it. Using this cart and putting this table on top of it because it does fit it. I'd have to modify a little bit, but I'm going to lower it down. I'm going to lower it down a little bit. Probably cut about 6 inches off of it. Maybe 8 inches, just have to measure it and see. But I think about this would be a little mobile welding cart, you know, or not welding cart, but a little work table. You can see at one point I had a couple different vices or some shit on it. I don't know what, but I've got my Beverly shear on it over here. My Beverly shears mounted on it. And this might be something that maybe I'll make like a little sheet metal, you know, deal off of it or something. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet, but it fits this little cart, this little old junky thing here, and it's got wheels on it. And I think that's what I'm gonna do with it. So yeah, good times. I ain't gonna do this tonight. This is something I was planning to do today. I just got in here and couldn't do what I was planning to do, so I done something else and made something happen in here. So I will maybe we'll make a plan for this, and maybe I can get some of my buddies that's got these CNC tables cut me out something cool to put in these little braces instead of these ugly pieces that I cut 25 years ago or whatever it's been, and make something cool out of this little table here. Make something to hold all. This is the table I had planned on putting that little tool that not the tool, but that little rack thing I made to hold my clamps and stuff. I was gonna put it on this thing. Maybe we make something out of this thing. Maybe we make a little work table out of this that goes, I can take anywhere in the shop I want to. It's got wheels on it. The thing does roll good. It's good and heavy, so it ain't like it's gonna tip over or anything. So let's try to do that. Maybe on the next video or two, we'll try to get into that. And there again, I'm sorry there ain't been a lot of fabricating done on this channel yet. It's something I was hoping to be doing by now, but just seems like the time and I'm not wanting to spend trying not to spend no money in here if I can help it, and just make do with what I got. And I'm supposed to get my forklift to go pick it up tomorrow, and so that's going to make some things in here a lot easier on me. So there's one other little thing I'm going to go over here and mess with tonight. I might get it done, I might not. If I get back on here, I might make a little video of it. But yeah, let me go see what I can get done on it. And it's something that there again I wasn't planning on doing. I may not have the stuff to do it with, but I found this little motor. I've got this big punch press. I think I've showed it on here before. It's an old Roussel punch press. So what it does is this thing comes down and punches whatever die you got. Now what's got here right now is got a corner punch. What this is, like if you want to make a box or a pan, you put your corner in there, he'll cut your corner of your metal out. That way you can put it in your brake and in your finger brake and break it to whatever you need. Now, it's way overkill for what I'll ever do. I think this is 5 ton, but I think I bought this in an auction, a state auction. I think I give $100 in scrap metal. That's what I paid for it. And I've never had it running since I got it. I got it set in here. But I found a little motor that I think will work on this thing. And I'm going to try to hook this thing up tonight. And if it'll hook up and run, I'll add on to this video right here. But let me see what I can get done on. I may not have the stuff to do it. Let me check and see. It's not something I plan to do. But let me get right back at you here in just a minute. All right, guys. I'm down to the final little bit of this cigar. Well, what I was trying didn't work. So I found, well, this is the motor that was on it. It's a Lincoln 3-phase, 1 horsepower motor that was on this thing. And I found this little half horsepower motor. Just, it's old. I mean, hell, it's old as this thing here is. Single phase. I just thought, try it, see if it'd work. It tries to spin it. He just ain't got enough ass to spin it. But at least now I know that the thing tries to move anyways. But it's got a few cracks in it like that. And it's got a crack in it there in that motor base plate. That's all fixable stuff. But I got to go to the Hobo Freight tomorrow to get a new motor for my air compressor. I think a 1 horsepower single phase motor. I think they have them there for like $200. So I might get two. I'm gonna get a 2 horsepower compressor motor for my compressor back there, and a new pressure regulator and all that kind of good stuff for it, because it's sat here so long. It's just all crusted up and everything, and it kind of works, but sometimes it don't work and it don't build up at the pressure it's supposed to. So anyways, I'll work on this again later. I got to get a few parts for it. But I appreciate y'all watching, hanging out with me. Like I said, this is a little thing out here tonight that I really wasn't planning on doing out here tonight, but we got to smoke a real good cigar. It's an Espinosa. Oh gosh. It's an Espinosa. What'd I do with your thing? Right here. And pretty downhearted about everything. About my other side of this building. Like I say, I ain't even took you guys in the other side over there. I was going to just kind of make that a private place. And have all my memorabilia and all maybe put my liquor cabinet in there and have me a humidor in there for my cigars and all that kind of good stuff. Get that stuff out of the house, have it out here in the shop. I don't smoke in the house. I'll smoke out here, outside or whatever. But I would like to have that stuff out here and have my bourbon collection, all that kind of stuff out here. Just a place to have all my shit and a place to hang out. But I'm going to have to spend a bunch of money over there. So it might put a halt on some of this stuff I was going to do in here. But I can still work. I can still work in here. I just can't do the prettying up and the making it look better in here. Like I say, this garage was built in the late 80s, probably 85, 87, somewhere in that range. And it was a diesel truck garage for years, and it's pretty well insulated and everything, but it's just had trucks, big trucks running in here. Like, look right now. Look at just for me plasma cutting and smoking one cigar in here today, you know, in the last few hours, you know, and just I've got a big fan right up. Let's see if I can show it to you. I got to get a motor for it too, because it won't come on no more. There's a big vent, big fan right up there. Motor's bad on it. Like I say, I ain't no electrician. This stuff just sits around here and gets moisture, and Shit just don't work, you know. So here's what it is. But I'm gonna get off here and let you guys. I appreciate you guys watching this stuff. Like I say, I think we're over 100 subscribers now, and I don't know who's watching. I don't get a lot of comments and stuff, but if you're watching this shit to the end, hell, leave me a comment. Tell me where you're from. Hell, if we're family or not, or you know me from the restaurant, or you know me from back in the day, truck clubs, car clubs, and car shows, or if you just follow me to watch a guy fuck around in a shop, you know, I don't know. But there is going to be some cool shit. I say, I get disheartened with it. And this is the first time I've been out here and got to get out here in 3 weeks. First time today. It was the first time I've got to even walk through that door in 3 weeks. And I haven't had to been able to, you know, I just got so much stuff going on, and the family and the restaurant, more restaurant stuff than family stuff, but restaurant stuff all the time. And it's important too, you know. I got to make a living, so I've got to make money so I can pay for all this shit. And but I will get to it. I'm going to get that forklift tomorrow, and that'll change the game for right now. Because right now I'm just a cluster. I can't get my lift set up. I can't move the welding. This big. I got 2 big frame tables in here. I can't move them. I can't put them where I want to put them at. I got stuff piled up on them that I just can't lift. I got a pickup truck cab and 2 frames and a bed and motors and stuff sitting everywhere, and that go to these other projects that I got sitting around outside, or parts and pieces to them. I just can't move the shit. I just can't move it by myself. Ain't no making up excuses. I ain't as young as I used to. Now, 25 years ago, I would have probably tried to lift and tug and pull and gone this stuff around, but I ain't gonna do that no more. And I've quit. I've quit trying to kill myself, because this stuff is just for me. Ain't none of it live or die. I ain't gonna lose the shop. I got some bitch might fall down. The fucking thing might fall down. Legit, it might legit fall down. I got to put a bunch of money into that other side of this building. This building here is no danger of having any problems, but that over there is bad shape. Where this last storm took me out on it. Really put a damper on things, but we're gonna get it figured out. And I appreciate everybody watching and following along with me and listening to my bullshit and listening to my opinion on cigars. And if you want to try them, I'd like for you to try this stuff out. If you've had that cigar, give me a comment. If you've got one of them punch press machines over there, shoot me a message. I'd like to know what all kind. I've got 3 different. I got a big punch. It's like a 3/4 punch. It'll punch plate steel. I got a corner punch, and there's some other tool over there. I ain't messed with enough to figure out what it does yet. But I bought all that stuff in a state auction. I think it was over in Owsley County, Kentucky, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't know what they used it for, but I thought it was cool, and I figured if nothing else, I can figure out something to do with it and make something cool with it. Me and a buddy of mine's working on a little project that he's going to 3D print me some little dies, and I'm going to try to make punch some plates that's got the Fab That Ink, Kentucky, some kind of logo. We're going to work on some things and make some little plates to put on these, like my cars, whenever I build them. Whenever I work on them and I do stuff to them, I'm going to put like a little tag on it, and I want to make that little tag. And I can make anything. If you got those 3D printers, you can make any kind of damn plate for it. But we're going to try it. I seen another dude doing it on YouTube. Not with that particular machine. He was using a big hydraulic machine, but that's got 5 tons of pressure. That son bitch ought to hit. It ought to hit if we can build the tooling for it. It ought to hit hard. But we'll figure that out. But there again, I let this shit go on and on and on. Talking too much. Love y'all. Thank you for watching. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button. My name's Sean Thatcher, Fab That Ink, Thatcher Fabrication. Give me a shout, give me a message, give me a whatever, a like, and follow this old hillbilly around. Love y'all and thank you.